Hey guys, so I've been getting a lot of questions about boats. So boats are kind of a thing, in case you didn't know. So this tool right here is absolutely something that you have to have on your boat if you have an unreliable piece of junk, like this. Or like that. So if your boat runs like crap on occasion, you need tools, okay? Just this cheap little Harbor Freight ammo box. I've got things in here like, let me move this around. Things like pliers, screwdrivers, pieces of fuel line, WD-40, emergency whistle just in case my horn dies, a pull cord piece of rope to actually pull start the engine if your battery dies, things like that. You gotta have this. If you don't have things like this, you're asking for trouble. It's better to have what you need and not need to use it than to need what you need and not have it to use it, or something like that. This is a bogging video. Your boat runs like crap. You give it the go-go and it doesn't go. For example, it's running great. You put it in forward, still running good. You give it the juice and it just falls on its face. Let me play the sound effects for you. I hurt myself doing that. Oh, here we go. Yes. So, your boat runs like crap. I'm gonna give you a little tip. It's gonna save your bacon. This is an extra carburetor for my Mariner or Mercury 75. Your carburetor is going to have the same things about it. Not necessarily exactly like this, but you see this little bugger? This is a direct line to your bowl. And inside of here, you've got some moving parts like a float and the needle. So this has to pass through the needle that's being held up by the float or down by the float, depending on how much fuel is in here. When it bogs, let's do this again. Don't hurt yourself. But now you spray with this stuff right here. You just get it right in there. Oh yeah. Doesn't take much. And while it's bogging, spray it in there and see if that cures your problem. For example, it's running like crap. You spray directly in here and it revs up, right? The bogging goes away. That is a clear indication that you have a lack of fuel that's causing your bog, which that's what it is. I mean, 9 out of 10 times it's a fueling issue. So this is the mounting surface. You've got some Venturi ports, vacuum operation stuff. This is your idle mixture. If your boat is running like crap at idle, you can play with that. But that's not going to change anything at full throttle. All that happens with your jetting inside of here, or actually behind this float plug is going to be an additional jet that could change that as well. Anyway, I'm not going to get into tuning. I'm going to get about bogging. So the bogging problem, if you spray fuel into your carburetor, if that makes it rev up, your next trick is to figure out why you're lacking fuel. Which I can't say it hard enough. Transparent fuel line. Notice this is just black fuel line. Let's talk fuel line just real quick. See this? This is a Bi-Mart special store-bought fuel line. Throw this away. Get rid of that. Get that out of your life. Go to your Napa or AutoZone or wherever and buy just regular old carbureted rubber hose. This doesn't have a plastic liner on the inside that's going to degrade and send little chunks into your lovely carburetor and fuel pump, etc. So, good Lord, this wasn't like this. What the hell? Okay. I know. You guys are so patient. Just real quick. Don't drop that in the river. You'll never get it back. Oh my God. Look here. This is a piece of transparent nylon tubing. This is not rated for fuel, and it's currently rock freaking hard because of that, and that's about 1.5 years, almost 2 years old. This stuff is pretty easy to change, and super cheap, but I can see there's gas in there right now, and it goes on the back of this. So I've just got a piece of spiders. On the back of this, there's a little barb fitting. Notice there's no quick connect here. And that's for a reason. If you've got a quick connect on the front of your motor, that thing is doing nothing but robbing you power. Literally, when's the last time you removed your fuel line? Ask yourself that. And how hard is it to take a damn hose clamp off? If you take your motor on and off your boat all the time, I get it. Leave the quick connect. But if you don't, that's a restriction. And you want as much fuel as you can get to these freaking 2-strokes as you can. I mean, the more the better. So, well, I mean, there's a tuning, but you don't want to restrict fuel to the pump. So, clear fuel line, and then hard to see, but above my CDI box behind the starter is another clear fuel line, and that SOB is right there. Clear fuel line. So when the bogging is happening, I spray in here, it revs up. During the bogging, that indicates that there's a fuel problem. During the bogging, I can watch these fuel lines and see if I have fuel air in the fuel, a bunch of bubbles and aeration or cloudiness happening pre-fuel pump or post-fuel pump. And that will tell me where air is getting in, either the fuel pump, connector or hose clamp or hose itself on this section or on that section. Pretty straightforward. Helps you figure out where your problem is. Clear fuel line, can't say it enough. Cheap, easy, fast. Get a can of brake clean, spray it in there, it revs up, put clear fuel line on it, you'll know exactly where your problem is. I know, I'm not all that entertaining, but thanks for subscribing, guys. And I'll see you on the next one.